called bread, okay? And it's always made for me. And I love it. She uses all organic ingredients when she makes it. And her bread doesn't make me feel bloated. It makes me feel loved. And today they wrapped it all up in beautiful paper for me. And it's raisin and walnut spelt bread. Okay. Spelt and wheat. She does both organic. So that's why, because I was downstairs in the heat, walked in and out of the sun a few times, said hi, how you doing? Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to keep this short and cute because I am hungry and my day started off with a headache. So it required me to get into the shower and wash my hair. What is this? Okay. Wash my hair, recondition, re-oiling, retwisting, then rebraiding. So I did that because we're still in the heat period, and I just don't want that to really be damaging my hair. And I've had less shedding since I've been doing this technique. So yesterday when I came on and I was doing my extra talk, I forgot to say something about the hair. When you are cutting the hair or releasing it, you can release it through water, you can release it through fire, or you can release it through burying it. I do not take my hair and just throwing it in the trash. No. No, that's my DNA. I'm not throwing that in trash. Same with nail clippings. That's going to go either by water or either by fire. Okay. So I don't do that. I pay very close attention where you're putting your hair, those parts of yourself. So if you do it by burning, just know the benefits of burning the hair. And this is for anyone that wants to do a cleanse and it's a part of your cleansing. When you take your old hair and you burn it, especially if you've been ill, I like to take and wrap that hair up with tobacco, sage, cedar, put that all together and burn it that way, because then you're getting the spirit of the medicine from the plants as doing a part of the cleansing and the healing for yourself. So I love doing that technique. So here you are. Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Niana, as well as Priestess Makala, and I am the Priestess, Galactic Priestess of Spiral Light. And Spiral Light is all about helping you to heal those trauma timelines that you are carrying for yourself or past life or through your family generation. And we help you to claim your light here on Be So Light, to stand in your divine sovereign power, because that's what time it is. So, lovelies, OMG. There's so much going on right now. The amount of energy that's coming in is just hitting right and left. You're probably really feeling it. Last night was good sleep time. There was something I was trying to solve and fix on a different timeline. It was so weird. And it kept running out of time, and I kept saying, I'm not running out of time to do this. So I spent all night on that timeline trying to fix something, and it was something to do with a sacred geometry and all of this. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. So one of the things I want to talk about, today's kin is Yellow Galactic Sun. Yes. And we are definitely, I harmonize in order to enlighten. Modeling life, I seal the matrix of the universe fire with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of flowering. So this is yellow, this is Pluto, this is crown, this is polar. So we got that cosmic flower going on. You know why I'm looking at you. All right, so to exemplify the courage to change is already heroic. I like that. Series B52 is Hyperplasmic Enlightenment. And this is the 7. Hey, Star Sister. Oh, just talked to the elder grandmother this morning, and Shasta retreat. We need to talk. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not gonna give any more detail than that, but yeah. Beep beep. Got my bread, especially made for me. It's funny. I walk out to the car and she pulls up. She's got her shades on. I go, "You got the dough? Did you bring me the dough?" I got your 12D here and your golden healer. Talking about the crystal elixirs, and I give it to her. I said, "Thanks for giving me the dough." And get out of here. Like it's going down. So, FYI, FYI, FYI. So you're here. Here you are. What are you still asking yourself about? Okay. What are you still dealing with? So today I got a question about dealing with the money stuff. I said, okay, everyone keep this in mind. Your money issues are not your issues. Let me say this again. Your money issues are not your issues. You're probably going to say, what the hell are you talking about, Fleet? I want you to really look at this. Money is not the issue. Because money, how we have been indoctrinated into the money, is the issue. Oh, are we going to jump down that rabbit hole? Yes, we are. We're going to go there. And I'm not even going to give you a parachute because it's just going to be a nice, easy gliding down to the surface, okay? So, it's the indoctrination into the money of our beliefs and also the enslavement, thank you, the enslavement codex on money of how we earn it and how it's traded for our time and energy, okay? You don't have a problem with the money. It is the indoctrination energy that interferes with how you earn and receive your money. The limitation, the enslavement code that has been placed upon the currency of how a certain group of people are going to be enslaved to the money, the currency, versus those who are in the entitlement bloodline money that never have to worry a day about paying a bill, how to pay a bill, or hell, even how to go to a damn grocery store. Some of them don't even know how to do that. Okay. But what is happening right now, lovelies, is that the spell, the enslavement of belief codex indoctrination of the money that we have been so used to all the way around is coming undone. So this is where all of us are going to feel this upheaval energy tied into paying bills and money and don't have enough because they've been tipping the scale to make you be in those lower energies of scarcity and lack. They are doing this to make it harder. So it will be easier for you to comply with their shenanigans down the road. Now, the spells are breaking. They are releasing. the codex, the false, thank you, false money, artificial codex is deteriorating, which means it leaves you open to create abundance and prosperity in a different way. That doesn't necessarily have to be always tied in to the currency of what we're used to. You can start now by creating a way of how do you want to bring in, and I'm not an expert at this, of silver and gold trading abilities. What do you do for a living? How does that cultivate and take care of some things? We're talking about further down the line. This is going to be how we step into this new way. Everything's not going to be based on the physical money. Yes, you'll have your gold. Yes, you'll have your silver. Yes, you will have a digital currency. But there's also going to be this spiritual aspect that's going to be activated with it. So when I have someone ask me questions about, oh, how do I get my money situation under wraps? Okay, just start breaking the spells with it. Just start breaking all the ancestral scarcity and lacks with money. Just start breaking all of those old beliefs with money. And develop a new belief that money flows easily for me. It doesn't matter what type of form it is in. Rather it's in a currency, rather it's in a computer form, rather it's in gold or silver. These are the ways we have to start thinking now. And then trading out your time. What do you do for a living? What are you good at? A lot of healers, you guys are going to be busy. Because your gifts of what you do are definitely tradable. They are very useful for what you want to do. So when we look at money issues, how about we just nine the contract belief with money? Or where it comes from. Where is the root cause? If you can't find out where the root cause of the money issue is, then you sit down with the higher self and you say, okay, I'm just going to nine it because I'm not really sure where the root belief cause is. But I'm going to nine it anyway because I want this to be resolved. I don't want to or desire to live in lack of scarcity anymore. Or worrying about how to pay the bills. Now, come on. I've told you in all my rabbit hole dives, finding out that the amount of money they take out on you when you're born and when you get that Earth serial number, you know, the one I was telling you about that's tagged to you, that hangs around in the Vatican. You remember that one? Well, technically speaking, your bills are already paid for. They just actually want your signature that allows them to take more money from you. High leveling. That's all. To take more money from you. Okay? I know. We keep running into all the craziness on this planet. I know. It is just such the inverted matrix. Just think, everything is always inverted. Everything that is done is inverted. So all you have to do when you're looking at something that you're going to nine the energy with, you just simply make the correlation and say, that's what I want to nine. How far does this go? How deep does it go? I want to nine it for that. Okay? So that's going to be the homework assignment for today is if you're dealing with the artificial timeline of the money belief and indoctrination, which all of us are, because it is tied into everything. Even when this went down, the Vatican ones that put it into play even said it's tied into everything. So going and doing a clear on yourself and saying, whatever my fears are about money, currency, my self-worth, my deserving, I now put a 9 on those old energy timelines. I now purge that. I now release that. And whatever was given to me as I was growing up, that is still coming up for me in layers that somehow gets triggered when something happens, because timelines like to bring back energies of distress. Have you noticed that? Like right now, because Pluto went into Capricorn to revisit, a lot of stuff that was 16, 20 years or so ago are going to kind of drift up and resurface. And what do I mean by an energy imprinted code? Okay, say like 5-10 years ago, you had a lot of car issues. You took care of it. Okay, so 5-10 years, now imprinted energy comes up to trigger you. Okay, oh, I got a car issue now. Oh, crap. Now how much is that going to cost me? That's the first word we come to. You see that? So here's the trick. You have to find a different dialect code to speak over that repeat code. Get it? Because it can always be every so many years you got to go through this with a vehicle. Is that true? Or is it an imprinted looping energy that comes around to fuck with you, to trigger you, to charge you? That's the energy you want to 9. That's the energy imprint you want to get rid of. And if it's tied into outside energy interferences, you have to remove the hooks and cords to that issue or those individuals that like to do that. And don't take that on. The power in the words, I do not consent to this, is powerful. It breaks a lot of that. Gets in there and undoes it. Just the simple fact that you say, oh, I'm not falling for that. I'm not dealing with that crap. I'm not a part of that. When you say it in that fashion, there's an energy tone that grabs that and imprints it and says, oh, I'm not doing that. And you have to mean it. You really do have to mean it. Some of us go by and say, oh, I'm not doing that, blah, blah, blah. But you don't really mean it. You don't mean what you say. You got to really mean it. You got to really stand in the power of that when you're changing these type of energies, when you're going in and cleaning house, I call it. Okay? So homework assignment today of 9ing, here you are now. What is still coming up? What is still knocking at the door? And for God's sakes, did you take away the plate at the dinner table for the situation, person, place, or thing to stop coming in and having dinner with you? Or should I say lunch or breakfast? Maybe all 3 meals. Did you take the plate away? Because lovely, if you didn't take the plate away, you still have an uninvited at your table. Please take it away. So, this is just another layer of energy that you have to look at. And I'm inviting you to take a look at that and jumping in. And here's the thing. Have you ever noticed it doesn't really matter how much money you make? It doesn't really matter. Because the system of the way that it runs and how it is imprinted as a looping coded energy on you creates that alignment until you realize what it is and say, oh no, I'm going to break that codex. When you talk that lingo and you put that in there, oh, I'm going to break that looping. I'm going to break that imprint. Oh, I'm breaking that. That is energy the universe understands. Imprinted codex. I understand this. What is she breaking? They respond to that. Codex. They hear codex. It's like code. And all of a sudden you start seeing all the codes running around. The time of divine magic of self is here. It's been here. But some of us keep forgetting to tap the hell into it. And I know a lot of us get triggered by our money stuff. Because it's always something. It's always something. Look at that. Dang, it's always something. It's always something. I can't never get the head. It's always something. It's always something. So how about this? Why not clear the always something? Clear that always something. Since we never know really what the something is going to be and when the something might arrive. But why not clear, are you ready? The negative energy of always something. That timeline imprinted. Because really when you look at it, when you hear it's always something, you're never saying it like, oh my gosh, there's always something, yay! You're not saying it like that. It's always something. Because if you're always saying, oh my god, there's always something, yay! It would be like that all the time. But no, we normally associate that always something with, crap, what the hell now? It's always something. So, why not go and break the energy consenting to the always something, the negative looping charged particle energy index. Always something. Be that divine being that takes it in. This always something shit is gone. Goodbye. Because really that's what it is. It really is. Just enough to get underneath your skin. Just enough to give you a headache. Just enough to make you just use every word in the book. Because it just frustrates you to no end. So here you are. Where are you now within yourself? Nine it. That's right. Nine it. Nine it. Nine it. Nine it and be done with it. Say, I'm not dealing with this no more. This ain't happening. I'm over it. I'm nining a whole bunch of stuff right now because I need to move from California. California missed the deadline when it was supposed to rebirth itself. And it didn't, it got glitched. So it's staying in that. I'm like, I'm 58 years old. Do I really feel like charging after draconians and dealing with their crap? Do I feel like, I mean, it hands down, let's just put it like this. Doesn't really matter where you move to or where you are. You're going to have to deal with something because the whole thing is coming down right now. And all of these beings are everywhere. Running the false energy codex that we've been indoctrinated into. This is where a lot of our stuff comes from. They're false codings. They're fear tactics. So if we just go in and just clear away those timelines and stop consenting to them and stand in our divineness, this is how we start healing ourselves, and this is how we stop allowing that energy to infringe on us. Simple task. One of my practitioners went to a softball game, and this was last year. She implemented it. She was just finishing up her training with Spiral Light. Sitting at the softball game, she's watching mosquitoes come out, and for some reason they were all coming in her space, bothering her, and she's swatting them away. And then she thought, and she got into her Spiral Light, and she says, "You are infringing upon my sovereign divine right. Stop coming into my space. I don't consent to your energy." Said just like that. Mosquitoes left. Didn't come around. She can get one more bite. Gone. Now don't tell me that the powers in our words don't hold true for nothing, because like I said before, lovelies, we could have flipped this stuff a long time ago. But some of us still do not believe in who we are. You still giving your power away to situations and other beings. No! Don't do that anymore. Stand in the power of who you are and claim it as such. This is the great testing time right now. Now, yesterday, I got validation on what I said yesterday. When I was talking tea and spirit time, and I was just letting things kind of flow and come to the surface. And I said, there's going to be a time when all the timelines are going to come together like this. And it's going to be like lifting a sheet up, going, surprise! Everybody going to see everybody at the same time, because it's going to be lifted. So Vidal was doing his teaching, so I checked in after I finished doing my talk. And lo and behold, he freaked me out when he said, and you got to see his post from what he did yesterday. He was talking about the great signs of wonder in 2024. And I said, nah, this ain't going to be for next year. I said, that's going to be happening sometime this year. We're all going to be able to see everything at the same time. It says right here, it says, there's going to be an energy where we're going to have 48 hours of daytime light. 48 hours. That sounds like a timeline merging all at the same time, and the light, whoop, everybody gets to see everybody at the same time. I said, what the hell? I sat back and I was just like, damn. And he's got it for a chart of 2024. I love him. And has this is when we're going to start seeing a lot of the holy pyramids coming up. They're going to be in Florida, in holy cities. So he has a whole listing of that on his video. He just did it yesterday. And it's be down. Be like in boy. DELL 1014. Look him up. I'll put his link in the community. But yeah, it was a really good teaching what he put together. But you have to understand he's talking in code. He's helping you to understand how things are written, coded, and you have to be able to look at it from that code point. All of his material that he's put together is getting you to understand how things work, how things are flowing. Now, here's the deal, and I'm going to wrap up with this part of it. Here you are. You're working on all of this. You're getting rid of this. And then we have a huge shift happen. A divine huge shift of light comes in 48 hours to make things right. In that timeline, of what you fret the most over and what you feared the most of, or whatever it is, that's gone. Because the energies that represent that are going to vanish. It's kind of like, oh, look, my computer has a little bit too many bugs and viruses in it. I need to put some malware in there and clean it up. Yeah, what's coming is super malware. You're not going to be able to update back to the original plan of what you've been doing forever. These things. So that's going to time leap us further ahead. We're getting caught up. But here's the thing that kind of gets me is because the time is moving so fast, they're actually talking about shaving time, like trying to cut back on time to kind of keep up with everything. No, we're accelerating because we have to move forward into the newer timelines. Anything that is saying that we have to move back or losing timeline is trying to reset us back in the old timeline. No, that's not the plan. We've all have indebted our energies into the positive organic timeline. That's where we're going. And the other ones that are not aboard with that, bye. Get off the planet. So this is what we are. This is where we are. So don't fret so much about the money stuff because everything is being orchestrated on purpose. Everything keeps going up. You can't keep up. They know this. Don't play. Just say, oh, well, Oh, you raised that up? When was that? When were you going to let everybody know you raised the price up on the medical coverage? Oh, you raised the insurance coverage now? So how much are everybody's going to be paying in the state now? Did you send out notifications? Oh, you didn't send out because you didn't do that. See how I'm telling you? It's not you're not the one that has the money problem, the money issue. It's not yours. It's the way the system sets it into motion to create the illusion that you have a money issue. Now, I could see if you were out there just nonsense, doing crazy stuff like gambling and all that, then yeah, you got a money issue problem. Yeah, scratching away and yeah. What do? You got a money problem. But when you're just out living, doing your thing, and everything just keeps going up, that's not you. That's not yours at all. So when you change that thought process, like you're doing something wrong or you're not doing enough, bullshit. No, you've done enough. Living on this planet, you should be able to sit back and just breathe now. Take some time off. And rest and receive. That's where you want to be. So 9 that energy, that false energy, 9 it, and get rid of that. Get rid of that timeline. Where is it lurking? Where is it hiding out at? How is it hanging over you? Okay? Does everybody understand what I'm just said just now? If you do not understand what I just said, please put it in the chat. If I don't see anything in the chat, no concerns or anything, I'm going to assume that you understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, Bedell. Awesome info. And I like it when I go on there after I did the thing and I get the validation. Yeah, it's going to be like, whoop. Everybody's going to be able to see everybody. Nobody's going to be able to hide their true appearance. Can you imagine how some relationships are going to come undone? I already told you all about, yeah, you might be taking Sue and Michael to Starbucks, and then all of a sudden something happens, and the next thing you know, Michael doesn't look like Michael, like you know. And Sue, you looking a little pinky green over there. What's up? And you be wondering, who are these people? What are they? Yeah, that's where we're going. So, also, I love what he presented. Also, remember? He talks about why they got rid of the bells. Why the bells were taken away and they got rid of the bells. Want to know why? Because these particular ones can't handle bell sounds. You ever notice when you start collecting things, you don't know why you're getting it? I just started collecting these different kind of bells. I like these bells. They're Tibetan handmade bells. Has a good ring sound. Get yourself some bells, because there's going to come a time we're going to be ringing those bells. And what happens, if you've never seen the movie Venom, when the frequency shifts and there's the tone, a certain tone, the nanoplasma separates from the host. So this nanotechnology being separates from the human because of the sound vibration. Not going to see that, but oh yeah, it's some people's little technology is not going to be able to hang on when the bells start a ringing. So get yourself some bells, because you just never know when you might need to be ringing them. I would highly get them now before there's some kind of weird thing goes on where, oh look, you can't get those. What? Oh, it got lost in the mail? What? Yeah, get that. Okay, so we're going to jump into the card of the day. And it is going to be transformation. What have we forgotten? That is a 27, so that still makes that 9 energy. New forms. I love this. It brings in the dragonfly energy. What kind of transformation might you be undergoing? Is there a way for you to make it more gentle? Your transformation and letting go of things that no longer serve you does not have to be difficult and does not have to be painful. You get to choose. I need to get a bigger bell. Yeah, do you remember back in the day how for me, back in the time, I liked to hear the church bells ringing. Love to hear it. And then slowly, all of a sudden, the bells stopped playing. You notice that? And then when we do hear a church bell, like somebody's getting married, they say, oh, we want the bells to ring at the time we get married. It's shocking because everybody's like, ooh, that feels so good. But then the other ones that don't like that sound, they be like scurrying around, acting weird. Yeah. So the crystal for today is going to be this and this. So we're going to do intuition and clarity. Intuition, which is you, and then clarity. So I will definitely link Vidal's video in the community so all of you can take a look at it. It was really good. He did a really good information search and put it there. Now, clarity, this is one that you want to work with that Herkimer diamond for attunement and potential. And that diamond can be paired up with the quartz scepter and regular quartz. So you know scepters are all about directing energy, power when you're working with scepters. Your intuition one, which is you, I love this one. And that is number 72. And that heat is coming in and I can feel it. I'm like, wow. Okay, so this is all about intuition, strength, and influence. And this is just working with plain quartz. Putting them in 4 directional point and working with the quartz in the middle. So you pick and choose how you want to sit with your higher self today and have that conversation. Pick and choose how you're having a divine conversation with Source on what you want to work on, what you want to communicate with, how you want to move past those limitations, okay? That's what you really want to look at. Because to be in the times that we're in right now, you have to really stay centered and grounded into the divine source and know who you are. And don't fall for others' fear tactics and stuff. That's not what this is about. Okay? But staying centered. All right, lovelies. I have already given you that Ken. Your homework assignment is to go and remove those timeline energies of what you've been indoctrinated into about money. They come up in layers. Comes up in layers. Okay? Other than that, I'm going to be happy with the bread. So, everyone, be good to yourself and make sure that you do go get your bells. Make sure you get your system to get your nice singing bowls, because those vibrations are good to ring in good, clean energy and to remove out distorted energy and negative energy. Works like a charm. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love to all of you. I will see you tomorrow for day 6 on Nining It. So remember, you can write it out. You can use the door meditation to put it through the door. Please make sure whatever's coming to your table that you're inviting and you're still feeding it. You have to take the plate away. You have to get rid of it. And remember that whatever you're clearing and releasing and not consenting to anymore, you're using the divine super malware to do it. That's how this goes down. All right, lovelies. Thank you for being a part of Be So Light. Like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow for day 6 of Nining It. Be good to yourself. Much love. Bye.